At the beginning of May, high school students were presented with a new challenge and assignment. The assignment was to create a fully functioning roller coaster out of paper, like the example shown on screen, by rolling them into secure shapes that would allow us to make them stable, functional roller coasters. First, before anything, we were split into teams with 7 team leads across the board, 1 for each team, and 1 to 2 4th through 5th graders too. I was one of the team leads, and my team consisted of Lucia, Navneet, and Brady. For this project, a couple things were expected from us. We were expected to succeed with our roller coaster, create a sway documenting the process, do the math calculations for one of the hills of the roller coaster, and work on a trifold poster given to us for the STEAM fair. So with that, we began. First off was brainstorming. We started by playing Minecraft in the 4th to 5th graders' world so we could see what kind of roller coaster Navneet and Brady made and implement parts of it into our real life roller coaster. After looking for a bit, we decided to add a hill and a curve from their Minecraft worlds, and we also knew we wanted to do something simple so it wasn't too strenuous on us, but also appealing to other people. So with that idea in mind, we began designing. I created our first design, which you see on screen right now. It begins with a steep slope before going into a turn/curve, then a mini hill, and ending it off with a loop. I also made sure to account for things like momentum when creating this design. However, I was the one who made the design, and the day my teammates started building, I was not at school. So, they had to improvise and decided to create a new design. This one begins with 2 slopes, before a steep hill into a loop, and a funnel system at the bottom to catch the marble. So with that design in mind, we began building. We began building exactly what our design was like, starting with the first ramp. My teammates also had the idea to add a dragon theme to a roller coaster, which definitely helped brighten it up and give it some more creative points. While we had some small problems with our support, such as instability, we were soon able to figure that out. However, the most difficult part of this entire roller coaster was the loop. After having built the first 3 hills, the loop was next, and it was easily the part we had to revise the most out of the entire build. It was so hard to get it right because we had so many issues. For example, our marble on the way down from the 3rd steep slope kept bouncing all over the place, which would ultimately cause this to make the ball fall flat and hard onto the ground at the end of the hill and lose all momentum. Thankfully, we were able to fix this by putting a little roof over this 3rd steep slope so it doesn't bounce off track anymore. Next was the actual loop itself. We began by using paper, not cardstock, which was our biggest problem. The paper was very thin in comparison to cardstock and was really easy to mess up and bend out of shape, which made it for a really dysfunctional loop that would only work part of the time. While it took a lot of different tests and adjustments, we eventually replaced the paper loop with a cardstock one, which made it so much more stable. After that, it was quite smooth sailing from there, just needing to create the path and curve that led to the final funnel system. After all the major errors were fixed, all that was left to do was test a bunch of times and fix any smaller errors, like problems with tape, supports, papers, etc. After all the building was done, the last part was just the math and calculations, which I offered to do for my team given I was a 10th grader. As I kind of expected, it wasn't really that difficult. All I had to do was first find a hill that would be easy to measure, preferably one that kind of simulated a right triangle, which our 3rd hill did. After that, I just measured the base and height of the triangle, then using Pythagorean theorem to get the hypotenuse, and then a protractor to get the angle of the triangle, then inserting all those numbers into Excel for our graphs, and just like that, we had finally finished our roller coaster.